on transformers, y'all guys know these things come 208, 240 volt, right? And then we use common and 240. So you guys know to read these to see which wires that you're using and which wires the 24 volts, right?
Yeah, it tells you.
So on the 24 volts, does it matter which one of these is common and which one goes to the thermostat?
Primary, okay.
Primary and secondary, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of times they're not marked and it don't matter. Some of them are marked and it does matter of where they go. Okay. So you guys know that this common wire right here, and the reason that they call it common is because it does everything. So let's talk about some of the parts here compared to the parts on the contactor and what this here does. Okay. This is low voltage, right?
Right.
And this transformer does what?
Transform.
From
voltage
240
to 24.
to 24 volts to run all of our low voltage components.
Okay.
Okay? This wire here is your 24 volts. Goes directly to where?
To the
Thermostat.
Directly to the thermostat.
Yeah.
If you ever replace one of these, whenever it comes out of here, if you'll look, it goes from right here onto the red, it goes directly to red on the thermostat, 24 volts.
Okay.
This is the one that everybody gets confused about and doesn't understand. And it's common wire. So what all does this common wire here do? Can anybody tell me?
Everything, because let me see.
So without this common wire here, nothing,
Everything works.
none of these components here work, including this one. It runs all three of
Makes
these.
the other ones work together.
It makes the other ones work together, right? So let's say a heat sequencer. Okay, on a heat sequencer, which wire on the thermostat's for heat?
No.
White.
Thermostat?
The white.
White.
Okay, so generally it's the white. Okay, so if you'll look on here, so this common wire right here, it goes from here, it goes to the fan relay,
Yes.
and it also goes to your sequencer,
Yes.
and it also goes to the thermostat. Without it and this, nothing else will work. None of these parts will work. What happens if this wire, one time you accidentally hook it to the 24 volt side of any of these components?
Then you wind up blowing a transformer.
Burn
You
wire.
wind up burning the transformer. This wire does one thing.
So
It can't go anywhere else. If you tie it to anything else the wrong way, you will burn up everything that's inside of here. So let's keep it simple. So you've got this wire and we know it runs through everything, right? Okay. We're going to assume the white wire's heat because it always is. So where does the white go? Goes to the sequencer.
Sequencer,
Okay.
yeah.
So whenever the thermostat, whenever we put it on heat,
that's the one I'm on.
it sends a signal to this, and this has always got common, and it works. And it also sends it to the fan relay, and it works. So whenever we put it on cool, what happens?
That should turn off, right? The heat side should turn off.
So this wire still goes to this, right? And then the blue or the yellow from the thermostat comes out here, and it calls and it tells the fan motor and the compressor to turn on, right?
Right.
Okay. So how do you guys, I know you guys have questions about this.
Did this wire always be brown? Not necessarily.
Okay, so that's whenever you need to ask yourself, let's go up here, let's pull this off, let's look at the white wire on here, let's look at the green wire on this for the fan, and let's see what's on the other side. If it's blue here, then it's going to be Commons blue. It's
Okay.
real easy to figure out.
It will tell you. Right.
Wire,
It will tell you that. Okay.
wire color coding is a great thing if you use it correctly. So wire coding is so for you to be able to take
Read this.
this and use it.
Okay.
That's all it's for.
Okay.
Okay.
And different companies do different colors.
Different companies
Okay.
do different things, but you got to have this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You don't have to have this if you will learn how this works.
Yeah.
The worst thing that gets guys messed up is looking at colors, and they
Yeah.
start getting confused.
Okay.
If you ever have time to take and pull every wire off of one of these while you're sitting in the shop this winter or whatever it is, and put them all back black and learn them to all be black, every wire on here, or you can make them all yellow, or you can make them all red, or you can make them whatever color you want,
Your favorite color.
because it ever still works. It all still works together.
Okay.
Okay? So, colors are good as long as you got that. Colors are no good if you don't have this, then you better know what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Okay? So, we all have what on our phones? YouTube.
Cameras that take pictures.
We got YouTube.
Oh.
Everybody's got YouTube anymore. Okay? So you can use YouTube to figure out about anything you want, but be careful with YouTube. Sometimes you might want to call Jimmy and ask for sure if it's something weird, because there is YouTube videos out there that tell people how to do things the wrong way and not the right way. Okay? But you have 220 volts coming in here, right?
Right.
And let's say we're working on a heater and the heater don't come on. Okay? Well, these heat strips require 240 volts,
Right.
correct? Okay. This is what runs the heater, is the sequencer. That's it. Well, that and the fan motor. Okay. And fan motors run on what speed for heat?
They run faster than
Low speed.
Oh, low
Okay.
speed.
They run on low speed for heat, high speed for cool. Okay. So if you come in here and you're checking and you're looking at the sequencer and you're not getting no heat, but the fan's coming on, and everything else is working, you could look to see that if you got 240 volts here to your heat strips. If you don't have it, then there's something else, right? So the way that this sequencer works, it works in stages. So whenever the white wire on your thermostat, which is heat, it calls and it says time for heat, this thing here starts working, and all it is bimetals, and it causes them to pop up, which connect bridge here, and they bridge here, so it works in stages. The reason that this works in stages is because heat has so much amp draw, fan motors have so much amp draw, right? So it doesn't want everything coming on at one time, because what happens, that's when you see your lights dim. Okay, so that's the reason it steps up. Okay, so if you've got your heat, and this is your one of your one legs coming in here, right? This is high voltage, right? So you're going to go from here and follow your other leg, comes off of here, goes to here, and goes over to here. So you could check from, is that coming in? Yeah, from here to here to see if you've got 220 volts, right? This is what you should have, 220. So if you go directly to the other side of this and you don't have 220, what does that mean?
I mean
That means that this is not working and closing. Okay. Same thing with fan motor. Fan motor, you can find the 110 volts. The other 110 volt side is here. So you should have 220 volts here. And then you should have, 120 volts here, and then you should have 120 volts here. If not, then the fan motor's bad. Okay. So if you guys, I could sit here and show you this stuff all day, but the best way to do it is to just get one and start putting it together and learn and think how things work. This is for the heater, this is for the fan, and this is for the air conditioner. The 4 wires that's running it from your thermostat is your 24 volts heat circuit, fan circuit, and cooling circuit. It's not that, it sounds difficult, but it took me a long time to understand it, but I worked on them for so long that one day it was just sitting there, and then the light bulb just went off.